quick Q&A here, and one of the questions was from on YouTube actually. Was OWC a real organization? Yes, the OWC was a real organization. We ran between the mid-90s to about 2000 when we finally just walked away, and it ran its course. And I got started. The other question is, when did I get started? I got started in 1993, and so I've been in the business 21 years. And where did it get started? Again, you can just watch Man Cave 1 through, I think 1 through 4 or whatever. And I try to tell you the story, try to do a documentary. I ain't real good at it, but it is what it is. And finally, Dagos' title reign. Okay, Dagos was an independent guy in the Philadelphia area, and he become we made him the Philadelphia weight class champion. He beat BJ Falcon for the title. And there was some controversy because he was going back and forth, and he was trying to be a matchmaker between different organizations and saying he was running or whatever. I don't know what the whole story was. It's many years, and I don't want to dig up old wounds. But make a long story short, me and Freight Train, who was our Tournament Rules champion at the time, were clashing heads on a personal level. Things just weren't working. I had personal issues outside the business. So they decided they were going to drop the belt. Freight Train was going to drop the belt to Dagos, but instead of dropping a trinket belt to him, he dropped the Tournament Rules title, which it dishonored the belt. And for Dagos to be calling himself the OWC champion and walking around with a tournament belt, it was just, to me, was nothing against him, but it was a disgrace to what these guys legitimately came to work for. And he was stripped of the title. I do not recognize him as the Tournament Rules champion. I do recognize him as the Philadelphia weight class champion, which he was, and we recognize him as a show champion. He was never Tournament Rules champion. And one other question was this here, these tickets, and that's for people who have seen them. I know this is probably the first time you've seen them. These tickets were from the TWA, which was ECW. For ECW, this was the Battle of the Nature Boys. This was Buddy Rogers versus Buddy Landel in the Philadelphia Winter Challenge 3 there. But it never happened. The TWA went bankrupt, and Joe Goodhart ran the TWA. So I kept the tickets because I knew it was an event that it was a historical thing. I mean, you had the Battle of the Nature Boys. You had Rogers and Flair. You had Flair and Landel, but you never had Landel and Rogers, and that's what these tickets were for. And it never happened, and not too long after that he passed away, and I've just kept them for sake of, because I knew what they were for, and I knew it was a piece of history. So I do thank you for your time, for checking in, and keep in touch.